Welcome back.
Do I look small?
You look fine.
Okay,
To
cool.
the Cade and Joaquin Talking You podcast, year 2
Year 2
edition. We're back, better than ever. The same but different.
The same but different. Hey, let's start a new tradition, Joaquin. I didn't talk about this to you before. If you want a question on the show, send an audio message to us on Instagram, and we'll hear your voice through this phone.
Hello?
And we'll be able to answer your questions starting next week. If you send us a message, yeah.
They hit the Pentagon.
I don't understand how the arc of the world resulted in Kanye West becoming a Nazi and then being like, I'm not a Nazi anymore because I watched 21 Jump Street.
It's a great movie.
I like both of those movies. Phil Lord and Chris Miller are
And
great
they add
directors.
Ron
Swanson.
No, Johnny Depp. He's in the end of that movie because they bring in the actual 21 Jump Street people.
You're thinking that's from the first one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was the end of the second one.
And that's the end of the first one. And also, my brain definitely went, Johnny Depp from Jackass? And then I had to work back and be like, oh, wait, no, that's the wrong guy.
I love to do Jackass.
I think it would be great fun to do a Jackass. I find it interesting that you do Jackass, but you wouldn't go in that death tube with me.
Death tube?
That tube where you get with the saltwater crocodile?
Well, I'm scared of a crocodile.
You're scared of a crocodile.
I'm scared of a crocodile. So it's like if the Jackass thing was, you gotta jump in this pit with the alligator. I'm like, fuck you, Johnny.
Steve-O's done that shit.
Steve-O put hot sauce in his eye and beer in his butthole.
That's a weird equivalence.
That's what he's done.
That's a weird thing to say. You know what? I've jumped in a pit with alligators. I put beer up my butt. Do you know who else has done that? John Cena in a movie.
What?
Blockers.
Huh. I forgot he's done other things besides like
Peacemaker.
No, but like
he's in Die Hard 2.
What? He's in that
Not Die Hard.
He's the only good part of that movie with LeBron James.
Trainwreck.
Yes. Like what's her Amy Schumer sucks in that movie. But
Bill
Hader.
We as a society had a weird Amy Schumer phase.
Yeah, and everyone hated it.
Yeah, but we just kept saying, okay, we'll keep going with this.
I don't think no. Amy Schumer went, hey, I'm funny. We went, okay.
Everyone
sure.
Went, oh, you are?
She's like, sure, yeah, we'll get good. We'll get a woman in the comedy scene, right? And she went, hey, I'm funny. We went, okay, sure. And then then it went, I'm like really funny. We're like, oh fuck,
what have we done? Why didn't we elect
we gave
Tina
this
Fey?
Power. Yeah,
I really do
Tina
wish
Fey's hilarious.
Tina Fey's so fucking funny. So is Amy Poehler. I wish that they had more movies.
I agree
Because they have some great shows like 30 Rock and Parks and Rec are fantastic. But I would love.
They were SNL people initially.
Correct.
I think it's the SNL to TV is a more seamless transition. For them.
Well, generally, I think they get like a TV and then they go into movies. But the strange thing,
because Tina Fey did a lot of movies,
but not that many.
She's not retired.
Tina Fey does a lot of producing now, I think.
Oh, really?
Because she produces Only Murders in the Building and she appears on it sometimes.
Is that the movie? Is that the TV show where it's like no one knows what's going on besides the main guy?
No.
Oh,
That's the show with Martin Short and Steve Martin and Selena Gomez where they have a podcast.
Yes. Have you seen that new show that came out? Not to change the subject, but it's like everyone else in the show knows what's going on besides one random dude. They just get a guy.
Oh, you're talking about Murderville.
No. That's the one with what's his name?
With Batman.
Yeah, no, this is a thing that just started.
Lego Batman.
And it's like they set up. It's like Inglourious, not Inglourious Bastards. That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be insane to throw someone in that situation.
The show with the 4 dudes on TV.
Impractical Jokers.
But it's like a set, and like everybody know. Like I mean, like it's literally just someone just walks in, or they contact the guy. Hey, you've won a raffle or whatever, some bullshit. And they just get him there, and everyone know what's going on. It's about to be a skit, or everyone knows like something. Like it's all like everyone's an actor.
Yeah.
Besides this one dude, and there's a bunch of hidden cameras, and it's just like recording he or her's reaction to whatever the fuck's going on. I think it's on Netflix. It is so funny, dude.
I've never heard of that.
Because I think it like just came out recently.
I think there's also like the constant stream of Netflix where you can't keep up.
Yeah, it's insane.
I don't understand how they produce
There's
so
a
much
Gigolo
stuff.
show.
There's a new Gigolo show?
Not a new one. Well, this is one of my things I want to talk about. I'm trying to make a transition into it. It's not on Netflix.
Oh, you're talking about the old Gigolo show.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
We have?
Remember when
what the fuck was that?
There's a whole episode called Jeff Bezos is a Gigolo.
Oh, yeah. We talked about the Gigolo show.
Yeah.
What a crazy concept that was.
That's just real.
I know. What a crazy concept that was.
It is interesting that we followed male gigolos, but not female gigolos.
Well, I don't think there can be a female gigolo. I think it's only
male.
male.
That's what a sugar baby is.
No.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Male gigolos get hired to fuck people's wives.
What?
Yeah.
I thought gigolo was the equivalent of either a sugar baby or just a regular prostitute.
It's someone who gets hired to fuck people. Like there's a I
Like
always
a cuck?
I always bring this up from Family Guy.
Do you pay a cuck?
It can be both ways.
Okay.
I think. There's this thing where like they say, "Hey, Quagmire, what are you doing?" So yeah, I go to all these parties and I kind of just like entertain the wife of it on the honeymoon or on their bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and they're like, "Are you a gigolo?" He's like, "No, it's a gigolo. It's way more like established and esteemed." And they like the wife, the fiance comes up. And like, "Hey, this is the fiance." Blah, 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 blah. She's like, "What? Fuck me, whatever." And he turns to them. He's like, "Yeah, I'm a gigolo." I just fuck people's wives.
Speaking of gigolos,
hold on, we're gonna get the definition. What gigolo?
What don't look into it more. Don't look.
What gigolo means?
What gigolo?
A young man paid or financially supported by an older woman to be her escort or lover.
Huh.
Yeah, so he just fucks women. You get paid to do it.
I would like to share with you a tweet that I shared with you earlier. People are making fun of Brie Larson's new MCU suit for Captain Marvel 2. Captain Marveling.
You sent this to me?
I sent this to you, yeah.
That's what it's called?
I don't know what the
Captain
new.
Marveling?
I don't know what the new
Oh my
Captain
god,
Marvel's
I
called.
wish it was called Captain Marvel.
I think it's called Captain Marvels.
Okay.
I don't know. Captain Marvel 2, more Marvels. But I like her costume. I think it looks like the one from the comics. I think it's pretty good. But then someone proceeded to say, someone called it looks like a porn parody costume.
Ooh.
But then someone retweeted with like pictures from porn parody costumes, and they are good costumes.
I know. Yeah.
Look at this one.
That's a good costume.
What?
Oh my god.
There's even better ones. So this is, I don't know. I think
That's from a porno?
That's from a porno.
I'd watch that.
I think that
this as a movie.
I think that's.
I would sit down and enjoy that.
I don't know what character this is, but
Bowl
this
of
is a
popcorn.
great costume.
Yeah.
It gets better. They got this fucking Phoenix one.
Dude.
Look at how good that costume
The porn
is.
industry gets not enough respect for the things they do.
The next one you're gonna see, you're gonna love. It's like
my god,
best Batman suit I've ever seen.
That's the Arkham suit, man.
It's good, and that dude fills it out.
Well, porn star, it goes two ways.
And then they got a good Batwoman, but like the Batwoman one,
that's
male pretty good too.
That's pretty good. No, they're making a Terry McGinnis new comic.
Yeah, Neo,
yeah,
goth,
and the suit looks awesome.
The suit's really cool because it's hard light. I read the last one. I don't remember if the last one was Neo Year and this one's Neo Gotham or which one, but it's really good.
It still looks awesome. But porn star like guys, they go two ways physique. They're either just like these super ripped or just super athletic men, big penis. It has to be its priority. Or they're these guys who look like they're 14 and who have like a dick the size of my forearm.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta
it
fill
is
the niche.
the weirdest.
Well, there used to be the third category, which was the Ron Jeremy category.
Yeah.
Which was large, rotund men with the penis the size of a fire hose.
That's gone away now. Like the bigger men. That's gone away. Like the rounder.
I feel like we really peaked, and I'm going to speak for the porn industry here. The porn industry peaked when he was in Ghostbusters.
He was in Ghostbusters?
He didn't say anything, but there's a shot where like everyone's looking up the Ghostbusters building, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? And Ron Jeremy just saw them filming, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to be on that.
That's awesome.
You can just see him.
That's awesome. Speaking of sex.
Can I say one thing really quick?
Yes.
It was related. I watched a film a couple months ago called Pleasure. I think I might have told you about it. It's very good. It's
yeah. It's like with all the porn star.
Yeah, it's like an indictment of the porn industry a little bit. But there's a scene with a dude where they're about to film a porno, and they're like, all right, dude, you need to get a boner. And he's like, just give me a second. And he's like trying really hard. He's doing the jerkles. And then they're like, dude, come on. And he looks over to the girl. And he's like, I'm really sorry to ask this, but can I just like suck on your feet for a little bit? And she's like, okay.
I feel like it'd be weird if she was against that.
Well, she was trying to get in the mood for her acting.
Yeah, I feel like she's already be kind of locked and ready to go. I feel like it's like
she might have said okay.
If you're a porn star and you're not into sex, what the fuck are you doing?
I feel like
that is
you
a
can
total
be a porn
career
star
choice.
and not be into feet suckage.
I feel like you have to be pretty open to things you got to do.
I think you have to be generally open, but I also feel like you're allowed to have a couple things that you don't need.
Yeah, like you don't want to get fucking
You want to get shot.
You don't get fucking bukkakied, you know?
Imagine if that was a weird like subcategory of porn. There's like
100%.
There's like
no, dude,
regular sex, gun,
100%. Rule 34.
That's not what that means.
But I thought it was for anything porn related. If you think of it, it's a porn.
I think that's more for if you are if it's a thing that exists.
Getting shot exists.
No, I think it's more applying. That's like a concept. I think this applies more to the idea of like if it's a fictional character or from a movie. Like there's there's more likely to be porn of Martin Luther King Jr. on that than there is of gun. It would just be like a gun
think
with
a
in
woman
a bikini.
Was masturbating with a gun and shot herself.
That's her fault.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's 100% her fault.
That's 100. Obviously, she fucking put a loaded fucking pistol in her. Like,
What was she thinking?
drugs. I think that's what. I think she was coked out or something. So we know Walgreens, right? Viewer, Cade, you know Walgreens.
Yeah.
You ever been to like a Walgreens recently, or is it a CVS? Let me make sure my notes. CVS.
I wish that your
When was
notes
the
just
last
said
time
I
you were
don't
in a
know.
CVS?
A CVS? I was a long time ago because there's none like close to me.
So I went to CVS maybe like a couple weeks ago because my mom had COVID, and I went to go pick up COVID test because she was like testing if she saw COVID or not. Lozenges, other shit.
Was she really sick
Right.
with COVID?
Oh, she was fucked up, dude.
Dang.
It was bad. She was out of work for a week. It was bad.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I went and I was walking because in the back of it is where like the lozenges are and like cough medicine, whatever. And I was walking over there, and I kind of just like I'm tall enough to see over every. What are you doing?
We've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've done it. We got them. You called them lozenges.
Yeah, I know. I'm only doing that to appeal you because I know every time I say lozenges, you just
Oh my
get
god, it's
angry.
wrong.
I'm tall enough to see over all the like
Yeah.
aisles because they're not super tall anyways.
Yeah,
but
grocery CVS
some
pharmacies.
of
have
them are really fucking tall.
I've never been to a tall aisle CVS.
But I was looking at it and I saw across the room, I saw personal sexual pleasure.
Okay.
And I went, what? A condom's kind of meant for two.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really use a condom on your own. It doesn't really work that way.
I mean, you can.
You can, but it's not really like, usually a condom's meant for two people. It's not a personal pleasure device.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
So I walked over there,
Yeah.
and my God, Cade, was I shocked.
What was in the CVS?
They sell vibrators,
Wow.
butt plugs,
at the CVS.
and pocket pussies at CVS. Like
Wellness
I know they
center.
take health, but they take it to a new standard now. Wellness.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
I
who
was
doesn't want-
was fucking flabbergasted. They had options too. It wasn't just like one.
What do you mean by like?
There was different kinds of each. Different kinds of vibrators, different kinds of butt plugs.
Were they
different
well
kind of-
priced?
I didn't look at the price. I was honestly too shocked to look at what I was looking at.
That's crazy.
Because I also didn't want to stand there for too long. Because I'm just staring at the fucking butt
and
plugs.
Like, oh, what decision should I make?
But
This
dude,
one's
I
shiny.
was flabbergasted.
That's crazy.
I could not believe what I was witnessing.
Was it a well-stocked aisle?
Yeah, dude, they had options.
That's
Condoms were to the wall. It was
That's
so
insane.
much. Dude, I was so fucking shocked. In a CVS.
yeah.
Like
You bring your kid there to get like
Yeah.
their flu shot.
dude, I couldn't believe what happened to your arm. You just itch it?
Oh, I don't know. I guess so.
I debated buying. So I'm like, dude, this is like insane.
You need to test out the CVS butt plug.
I'll test them all out.
Yeah.
I'll buy them for all our friends and get the full wide range
All of us together, we're gonna go to the CVS
and buy our
our
personal
whatever we
sexual
want.
pleasure devices. A lot of sex going on our fucking podcast.
This is the year of horny.
yeah.
Imagine
year
if
of the horns.
at the end of like a vibrator or whatever, you had to put in like those big fucking batteries you put on a drill. So it's just like click, and then it goes and like your whole arm
a
is shaking.
jackhammer?
Yeah.
Dude, people get some ladies, and I guess men, some men like butt stuff. They get like machines, like fuck machines, and it's just like kind of like a motor, like a big motor, probably the size of my chest wide, and it sits on the ground or wherever, and it has like a dildo extension, and it goes chick 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 back and forth, and they change the speed.
That feels dangerous.
Dude, people love those things.
That feels like it could get really.
I know,
dangerous.
Just like super. But you can like back off, obviously.
Yeah, I guess you're not like trapped.
You can get off the saddle, but
You have to sit on it.
no, I mean, you could. No, I think it's more you had to be like in like a doggy or missionary
Okay.
style
If you
position.
had to sit on it,
But like, listen, I know people get horny. That's a whole new level of horny. You buy a whole fuck machine.
I mean, some people need help.
I think that's just crazy to me.
I mean, if you're just sitting in your house, your apartment alone, you're like, I don't have a TV anymore. I lost my job. I lost my books.
I mean, buy a fuck
Better
machine.
Get a fuck machine. I like that both of the things that you've brought to the table so far have been sex related.
And they were both in like a wide range of moments too. Like,
The thing that I really wanted to talk about this week, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this. You probably did. What are you looking at?
your hair's doing a weird like, for some reason right here, it's just like.
Yeah, my hair's been really curly now. Did you ever have to do the fucking Booster-thon fun run?
Did what in the what?
The Booster-thon fun run.
No.
At my elementary school.
Was it an after-school event?
No, dude. This was a well-integrated event that I did for all of my fucking elementary school, where these dudes would come in.
They would just fucking beat every child up.
They'd say, all right, everyone line up and get ready for your punches.
Yeah. No, it was an octagonal tournament system.
It was like American Gladiator, but instead of having a bunch of different gladiators, it was two 25-year-old college grads who were there to fucking annihilate children.
Physical shape.
They were ready.
They're on so much trend.
They were a little drunk, so they were not holding back.
Steroid, this did Atlantic Coke. They were fucking ready.
So what this was...
He just fucked so many people up.
They're annihilating the children.
Oh my god.
I think this was basically an equivalent of, did you do jump rope for heart?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that, but instead of...
I didn't do it though.
I never did it either. Oh no, me and Isaac did it one year.
I never really did school events in my school.
I hated doing a school event.
Once it was like field day. Oh,
I
loved field day. Dude, my field day was... Oh, awesome.
My field day was always bad.
Field day was, dude, it was like such a, like our school took such pride.
Let me take this booster thing.
Go back to your booster thing.
It was fucking stupid. So basically what you would have to do.
What was it boosting?
I think it was like raising money either for the school, for the library, or for a health thing. I don't remember specifically. But what you would do is you'd get that fucking pamphlet that you had to hand out to like your mom and your grandma and be like, do you want to buy a fucking book? And
do you want to buy someone's heart?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want...
We're paying for little Timmy's liver transplant surgery.
Basically what we're doing is if we spend enough money, we could gain Timmy's defective heart and place it on our mantle and just gaze upon it day and night. Anyway, what you had to do was fucking...
Make it to a nice bolognese sauce.
Bolognese.
Bolognese, I'm sorry.
You had to fucking run laps around the track at the end of this. I think that maybe it was a little bit of gambling because I feel like the people would be like, I bet that...
like horse racing?
Yeah, for real. They're like, I bet that Georgie's going to run like 18 laps. And you'd be like, you're betting on children for running? But here's the thing.
I do it. That sounds fun.
I didn't run because of my asthma, so I was known as a race prepper.
Ooh.
So what I would do is just stand at the racetrack and watch everyone else set shit up and then think, when do I get to go home?
Your school kind of sounded like it sucked.
It was stupid.
How was like your book fairs? Were those cool?
Book fairs were pretty good. We had like some fun things. Like we always had, of course, the Guinness World Record book. We had those big stretchy pencils. I found a book one time called The Magic Pickle, which is not what you're thinking about.
You know how like usually like book fairs kind of like just like the center of the library or center of the room? It was our entire library.
Whoa.
Was the entire book fair. Like it was huge. Like our school really, I think because we were a magnet, so we had like I think a higher budget for certain things. So like it was like you walk in. I mean, it was a big fucking library too.
Yeah.
You walk into the right, it's all like the posters and like the fun toy shit, and then every single like, because it'd be like, you walk in to the right, there's like this little kind of alcove, and then you kind of go forward. It's like where like the desk is,
okay,
kind of the behind area where they do all the shit. And then it's like lanes, but like big squares of like different sections for books, like fiction, nonfiction, whatever. And those were just filled with like the equivalent books for those.
That's really cool.
Dude, it was such a big deal.
Mine was not set up that well.
We had so like
cardboard shelves brought out.
They would bring those. Yeah, they'd bring those. But
the thing I remember the most about it, though, was in 3rd or 4th grade. A girl who, in my mind, was the tallest person I'd ever met. She was in my grade. And I would always be like, every time I looked up, I heard this bird go, "Caw!" And I was like, holy shit, you're 8?
She's like 5'1".
One day she brought a like duct tape wallet with a zipper on the top. She was clutching on this thing for dear life. She was so excited also. Like she was almost visibly shaking. She went into the book fair and she got her stuff and she went, zip. This duct taped wallet was filled with only $2 bills. And she proceeded to say, yeah, these are the $2 bills that my dead grandma gave me. And the librarian just looked at her and was like, oh.
Take them all.
Okay.
Take them all.
And then she said, I'd like to pay for my books with this. And then she was like, I think that she actually said, I kind of can't take these.
That's fucked up.
Because she couldn't like figure out how to then exchange those into change for people.
You pay from yourself.
Look, I feel like she did not
good librarian. would take those because she just said my dead grandmother gave me these $2 bills as her final thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm taking them. I'm helping the girl out.
Did you ever have to do like any big grade-wide competitions in elementary school?
No.
In 3rd grade, we did this thing where we were building. Basically, you would build like a statue of whatever you wanted, and then you'd write a little paragraph about what it was.
Lame, dude.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. You're just sounding like I'm just thinking about all my shit, and yours just sounds miserable compared to mine, which was awesome.
One kid built a statue that was like a sugar cube castle.
That's pretty cool.
It was, and one kid ate. It
wasn't.
Whole thing. It sucked pretty bad. Like it was okay.
One kid ate it all.
One kid just
that motherfucker was
one kid went
cracked out afterwards.
He ate. It was made of sugar cubes, and everyone was like,
"Imagine leaving, coming back, and
you're vibrating in another dimension."
No. You leave your fucking sugar cube castle, and you come back, and it's just gone, and you see some fucking kid just like convulsing
at the mouth, dead on the ground.
It's like, what the fuck happened?
Anyway, I built Swamp Fire from Ben 10 for my thing, which looked pretty cool. I used like a Quaker Oats container, and then I submitted it, and I didn't win anything. But I was like, I don't give a fuck. I want to make Swamp Fire. Then my dad goes, "This was a competition? We should have made Mickey Mouse." And in 3rd grade, I was like, what the fuck would that do for a what? That's not gonna get us anywhere. Who's gonna be like, oh my god, it's Mickey Mouse?
That's probably why you would have won. It was probably a voting thing.
It was a voting thing.
Everyone seen Swamp Fire, like, what the fuck is this thing?
But also no like humanoid statues. He's your favorite alien, right?
Love Swamp Fire.
No humanoid statues won. Like the Sugar Cube Castle of the Taj Mahal was the number one, the one that got eaten. I don't know if it was of the Taj Mahal.
That's impressive if it was.
If it was, that kid should be probably an architect.
Yeah, that's insane. Only know his dad did it for him.
Oh, 100%.
There was one time where I had to do this thing. It was like some project I had. It was like a school competition, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we all had to make come up with our own instrument.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't care or do it until the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered it was due the next day.
As you tend to do.
I've done my whole life.
Yeah.
And I remember going to my dad, and I was like freaking out. Because like we got to get it. My dad was pissed, right?
Yeah.
So you fucking son of a bitch. So we stayed up. For me, it was probably till like 11, 12, and that was late for me.
Yeah.
I felt like I was up till 4 a.m. doing this with him. And I remember we have it hung up in our house now.
Oh, have I seen it?
You might have seen it. I never really pointed it out though. I bring it in the next day and I'm like, this thing looks shitty. To me this looks shitty, right? I got fucking second place.
Wow.
In the whole school.
That's impressive.
I remember like when the votes came in, I said I got second place. I was in such disbelief because I was like, guys, everyone else probably took like weeks to do this.
Yeah.
I did one fucking night.
Could you play it? What was it?
It was like a guitar kind of thing, but it looks maybe like more like a mandolin kind of thing where it's like it's not really a stem. It's all just kind of one object.
Did it make a sound?
You can pluck the strings, yeah.
That's really cool.
My dad tightened to different things so they could make different
Whoa,
plucks,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember when I got the fucking grade back. Well, I guess it wasn't really a grade. It was kind of just a thing to do. Yeah. I was in such shock.
Did you ever have to do recorder karate?
Yes.
That shit sucked.
I never cared.
Well, I didn't care. My favorite video from elementary school is at 4th grade. This is a great story.
I had no time to like practice really.
I had so much time to practice, and never one time did I think I should practice recorder.
Yeah.
My mom came in because we were doing a fucking recorder recital, which is the equivalent of opening that box from Hellraiser and letting Pinhead stab you in the ears for 15 minutes. My friend Kaylin's mom came up to my mom and was like, "Oh my god, is Cade just so excited about the recorder recital?" And my mom went, "No." And she's like, "Kaylin's practicing all the time. She really wants to make sure it's the best that she can." And my mom went, "I didn't even know Cade had a recorder." Then
last night you just told me to fucking come here. No explanation.
All of us are on these pews. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're called pews. I always forget what they're called.
And it's me and Isaac are standing right next to each other. And it's so evident that me and Isaac are not playing these recorders.
I think your mom showed me this video.
It's so fucking... Because it's just... The sound is just... from an entire crowd.
Yeah.
And then it's me and Isaac just...
Yeah, I didn't care. Because I didn't have time to do it because after school I was always so busy. But... It was to a point though to where like, the rest of my class was progressing and I wasn't. Mm-hmm. And then I wasn't upset because I wasn't doing good. it was because of my competitiveness came out. I'm like, everyone's got green. I'm still in yellow. Those fuckers. And I started getting like, I was more so just upset that I wasn't getting the things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, well, I'm also like, don't give a fuck. It was a really weird dynamic I had on myself at the time.
I don't remember if I ever got past white belt.
I think the yellow was the farthest I got.
You
You also did real.
Yeah, I did real martial arts.
Yeah, so I mean,
where
who
I
the
got a
fuck cares
black
about
belt.
who cares about a fucking karaoke?
Oh my god, if it was karaoke karate,
What was it called?
Recorder.
Recorder.
They should have called it like recorder.
Yachty.
I was like, when I get to the end of the word recorder, I will think of a martial art that starts with R. And then I got there and I was like,
There is none.
yeah. So then I was gonna go writing. I don't know. Maybe they should have fucking called it recorder Krav Maga, because then at least you get to say Krav Maga, which is a fun thing. Like, I guess kids can't say Krav Maga, but like, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Also, my music teacher was not nice.
Really?
She did not like us. I have a very specific memory of all of us having to sing the 50 Nifty United States from 13 American Colonies.
What the fuck?
That's the beginning. It's 50 Nifty United States from 13 American Colonies. 50 nifty stars on the flag. But
I'm surprised you still remember that.
well, then you had to list the fucking things. As you know, I'm good at songs where you have to
Yeah.
list things. I've gotten better at the Nations of the World song. I keep practicing. One day I will be able to say them all. I get really tongue-tied at Africa because it's so fast, and admittedly, I do not know the countries of Africa very
There's
well.
so many.
There's so many, and many of them
Zimbabwe.
are different now
South
because
Africa.
it's not 1993. So I have
Egypt.
I'll like learn about a new one,
Ghana.
and I'll be like, that's not in the song. Chad and Liberia.
Chad, Liberia, Madagascar. Is that fucking just lame?
Somalia.
All these interesting names, and then the white
South
man.
Africa.
The white man just came up with South
They,
Africa.
they just looked at it and they went, we'll just be South.
South Africa. That's it.
I cannot remember what this movie
Bill
is called.
Burr.
But it's a movie about a guy who's just killing Nazis, which I'm always in a big supporter
I
of.
think we all are.
And at the end of the trailer, there's a Swedish word we have for this man. And then the trailer just goes, Sumo! Like really quick. I can't remember the exact word, but it's so funny. One of my favorite quotes of all time is from Jack Kirby, famous comic book artist. He said, now I don't like to be political.
Mm-hmm. It never starts off well when you say that. Like, it never ends well.
But if you are a Nazi, I'm going to punch you in the face.
You told me this before.
It's my favorite quote of all time.
I feel like if someone disagreed with that, I think it's like a test for him.
Yeah.
He's like weaning out the ones who you
Weaning?
Yeah, like he's like
Weeding.
weeding. What does weaning mean? Weaning means something.
Weaning means to like, I think you might be referring to waning.
I think weaning means something.
I think weaning is just a weird way to say weenie.
Weaning.
Away
Be
from
of the
something?
opinion, think or suppose.
That's what weaning
Yeah,
means?
wean.
I've never heard
weaning.
of that word.
Hate the English language.
It's very fun for me.
I hate it.
Imagine,
Basic, as they call it.
I feel so bad if you're like a baby. And you gotta learn English.
It's the easiest one. It's the easiest one to learn.
Never mind.
That's why most of the world speaks English.
Never mind then. Good job, babies. So proud of you. Round of applause for those babies
That's
at
why,
home.
like, if you like go to France and you try to or Japan and try to speak their language and do it bad, they'll just be like, "Yeah, what help do you need?" In English.
It's really funny that they do that.
They do it all the time.
That's my
there's
stance.
something I've been thinking about like my whole life, and they're mentioned to you somehow. I feel like something we had to talk about at least once
Okay.
at this point. You know, like when superheroes they save somebody,
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, thank you so much," and they go, "I'm just doing my job, ma'am," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you! What a mean thing to say. Like, that's so rude.
Why?
Because they're not like, "Oh, you're welcome." Like, you're welcome. It's like, I'm just doing my job. Like, you mean nothing to me. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, I've never
Like,
thought about
fuck
it from that
you.
perspective. There's much better answers.
That's like if a firefighter like saved you, like dragged you out of your house that was burning down, and you're like, "Thank you so much," and you go, "I'm just doing my job." I'm like, fuck you,
They're like,
man.
9 to 5, am I right, guy? Pound it.
Like, fuck you. 9 to 5, if you wish. 9 to 9.
9 to 9, pound it.
Like,
Things.
all in a day's work. Fuck you. Like, you're an asshole.
That's why Superman is the best superhero. He makes a personal connection. One of my favorite.
I'd rather be like Batman, where he's like, okay, you're just a dick.
You're like, all right, guy.
I'll take that.
Yeah, but if
But
you're
if the guy goes out of his way, or she goes out of their way to be like, just doing my job, fuck you. You're an asshole.
one of my favorite.
That should be, that should be like superhero 101.
They should in the Justice
where
League
they're in training. Like,
introduction.
listen, number one thing you don't say when you're done that.
They should when I worked at Chick-fil-A, they had this creepy fucking section of the handbook that said like eye contact and had a close up on the eyes, smile, and like make a personal connection. And then it was like say my pleasure.
I hate my
which
pleasure.
I never fucking once said.
I was at Chick-fil-A like a week ago or maybe, and I said thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. You have a good one. And then I drove away. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I love that. That guy gets it.
I was like, what just happened?
It hurts you to say.
I can imagine.
It hurts me.
I would
at
hate
least.
working at Chick-fil-A.
I also, when I worked at Chick-fil-A, what I would often do, I would always get stuck either cleaning everything, as I called it Charlie work, everyone's always telling me, or I'd be stuck outside.
Yeah. Dude,
I wouldn't like talk to the other people, but what I would mostly do is I would go up and be like, oh, who do you want? And then I'd hit just random.
Oh, you do like the line.
I did the line.
Oh my God, I didn't know you did that.
But what I would do in between cars, because you're like not supposed to move past a certain point for some reason. So whenever I had to wait, I would just start going, farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. I just start singing she shanties out there.
Why?
What else am I gonna fucking do?
This is the thing they do at my job where they supposed to say thank you to everybody.
Okay.
Like, even customers, like thank you for coming. Like if say like thank you for helping me. No, thank you. Right? Fuck you. I don't do that.
That's a weird thing.
I only say appreciate it.
Just say you're welcome.
I just say you're welcome. Yeah, I'm like no problem.
Like that's such a normal.
I also say I say problem. When I say no problem, I don't say the next B in it.
Problem.
Yeah, like say no problem.
No problem.
Yeah, I say no problem.
Where's the second B in problem?
Problem.
It's PROBLEM. There's no.
The first B. I don't know why I thought there was two B's. The B. The B, only B in it. I don't say the B in it.
Okay.
Why I thought it was a B in it?
I don't know. Yeah.
I've always done that.
Okay.
It's just I think I've noticed it because I had to say it so much because of my job.
This feels like when you came to me and you're like, classical music makes me feel emotion, and I was like, that's how that works.
It's weird, right? I feel emotions.
Not
It's like a 12-year-old, you know? Feel emotions again. Would that be your favorite show? All time, maybe? Would you say it is?
Sunny?
Yeah.
It's not my favorite show of all time, but it clearly that's Ben 10.
Get your fucking toes away from my
I'm hiding
phone.
them. I know you hate my toes.
I just hate how big. One of them that hates how big your big toe is.
I got a big toe.
It's so flat.
Yes.
And
my toes
wide.
are all weirdly flat.
Yeah, I know. You got grippers. Your feet grip the floor.
Grippers sounds like a thing that Fruit Roll-Ups would have come out with. They're like introducing grippers.
Dude, apparently, fruit by the fruit roll-up. Is that the one like in the little paper sheet?
Yeah, with the tattoos.
Yeah, that says like it's having a resurgence right now.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not like those.
because of blowjobs. The lady was on TikTok and she said she gave a guy a blowjob and she put the fruit roll-up around the guy's dick.
Like a dental dam?
I guess. And said it was the best blowjob she ever given. And I swear to God, fruit roll-ups, they're
Go
like,
through the roof.
like, dude, like they've gotten so popular.
That sounds sticky. I hate gushers.
I love gushers.
I don't like biting into something and having to go.
I love it.
I am hard against that.
What about like, you know, like those caramel candies with a little cream in the middle?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like caramel you would like.
I have never seen that
It's
before.
Probably my favorite candy.
I don't like the way it looks.
It's so good.
It looks like a ding dong.
Yeah, but it's not chocolate or long.
or long.
Ding dongs are long.
I remember every day in high school for a period of time, someone at our lunch table, could have been you, got a ding dong.
I didn't eat lunch.
All right, Joe, cool.
Well, I didn't know because I was too lazy to pack my own lunch.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to flex. I just was too lazy to pack a lunch.
I didn't eat my own I didn't eat lunch. Ladies.